cruise, resort, vacation.
Do you love to cruise? So do I. I'm Zee Michaelson from the J&Z Show on Zmax Radio.
Booking,
Reservation, family, fun, memory.
All of this and more on this edition of Zee Michelson's Travel Podcast, as she helps you rediscover America. Well, welcome again to another edition of Zee Michaelson Travel Podcast. As always, we're rediscovering America. I'm Jay Lawrence, and of course, with me is your travel guide, Zee Michaelson.
Yes, here I am, Zee Michaelson.
2016, Zee, what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, Happy New Year. First of all, we have a lot of new things in the hopper. And we are going to be talking about what's going to be happening with the podcast.
That's a great idea. There's so many things that are happening.
Okay, so let me tell you. We're going to have a daily podcast. Our podcast is actually going to be broadcast on Zmax Radio.
Wow.
Zmax Radio, of course, is going to have travel tips and music, and it's going to have a lot of exciting stuff going on there. Mm-hmm. We're going to have stuff regarding how to shop American.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good concept on rediscovering America.
We're going to, of course, YouTube enhancements. So anything that we do, you might see pop up on YouTube. We are going to have the opportunity now for you to sign up to subscribe to our podcast.
Great
and
idea.
We are adding more ways that you can listen to the podcast by increasing our podcast family to include iTunes.
All right. So we're rediscovering America. We've got a lot of things happening for 2016, and we also have, as always, the traveling trivia question. So let's kind of bear down on your laundry list of what we're going to be doing in 2016. It sounds like we're going to be a little busy.
We are going to be very busy, Jay. Very busy. First of all, the daily podcast is just that. We are going to have a podcast every day.
Monday through Friday, we're going to do a podcast?
Every single day is going to be a different podcast.
All right.
Because we have how many states?
Let's see. Depends on which president you're talking to. Okay.
So we have our states, and then, of course, in our states, we have our cities.
Oh.
And in our cities, we have our towns.
All right.
So all of those are going to be included into our podcast.
So we could feature a state a week. And then bear down on the cities within the state. And then even within the state, we could go down to
little towns and little places to go, little exciting adventures that we can go on.
Things that are happening. So that's a Monday through Friday podcast that's coming right here on the Zee Michaelson Travel Podcast.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I got to do a lot of traveling, though, for that.
Yes.
Now, of course, because we do a podcast, we're also looking at rebroadcasting these podcasts on Zmax Radio.
Oh, Zmax Radio started off with great music and a great variety of music. And now we're going to be adding the podcast to the music line.
Right, and it's going to be a designated time slot on the Zmax Radio, so you can tune it in right at your desk, right on your phones, so you'll be able to travel and listen, or listen while you work, and think of all the great places that you can go while you're at work, saying, "Oh, I need to go on vacation there."
Good idea. So Zmax Radio,
right,
24/7.
Right, it plays 24/7. So
now, here's what I'm going to suggest.
What's on the air?
I'm suggesting that we start on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time.
Okay.
And then that would be rebroadcast at 10 p.m. So the podcast a day would start on 10 a.m.
10 and 10.
Yeah.
10 and 10.
but down the road, there's going to be other podcasts that are going to be available on Zmax Radio.
Right, because the podcast is going to be daily. So we're going to have to get those uploaded to Zmax Radio. So as we upload more podcasts, Zmax Radio is going to just pull them and play them.
Yeah, but there's going to be more than Zee Michaelson Travel Podcasts.
Yes.
There are going to be other podcasters who want to be on Zmax Radio.
And Zmax Radio is going to also have the capabilities of playing music. It's going to also be doing travel tips.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And it's going to have exciting little entertainment vignettes within it. So you have all of this thing that Zmax Radio is going to come to the party because they want to rediscover America too.
One of the vignettes I know has been pre-produced, if I can kind of say that. And it's with Jerry Norton.
Yes.
And he is, I can't even think of the name of it. What is the name that he called that? Getting Around.
Getting Around. Yes, because Jerry does get around as well. So as you can see, we're all coming together to rediscover America. Zmax is starting to come together with the podcast. We're going to rediscover America. Now, something else that Zmax is going to feature is going to be Shopping America.
Oh.
So you can shop American.
When you talk about rediscovering America, you're talking about manufacturing right here in the United States.
Right, exactly. You know, some of the things that was always bothering me is they always say, well, shop American. And you go into the store and you look at a tag and it's like all from another country. And you say, I don't know where I can go. We're going to give you little helpful hints of what brands are still manufactured in America and what to look for. Didn't that sound exciting?
And they'll be able to order right off of the internet.
Right, because we will show hyperlinks and things like that on my blog and the podcast. We'll talk about that as well.
On Rediscovering America website and Zmax Radio website. How many websites do you have?
So many. There's so much to do, so little time as we go from state to state rediscovering America. Now, one of the things that people aren't aware of is that we have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
And our YouTube channel showed both of us, Jay and Z, as we went off the beaten path. And we're going to be bringing some stuff back up so people can actually see and hear some of the places that we go.
Do we have any medicine for that?
It's a giant pill that we take. So, of course, our YouTube channel, which is
Zmax TV,
will be also broadcasting some of these podcasts as well.
Great idea. Now,
okay,
is it time for the traveling trivia question of the day?
Okay, let's give everybody an easy one today.
All right.
Because we are staying within the United States. Good. We are rediscovering America. I'm going to give you a little bit of a history question.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Okay, you ready?
Mr. Scott, where are you? He was my history teacher.
Which state was originally a French territory?
Oh.
Which state was originally a French territory?
What do you have an A, B, or C?
I'm going to give you an A, B, or C. Was it Florida? Was it Arkansas? Or was it Louisiana?
So the traveling trivia question involved a state.
Right, it is a state.
Okay.
So which state was originally a French territory?
We'll be back in a few moments to give you the answer to that great question.
Hi, this is Jerry Norton from Zmax Radio. You've listened to our podcasts. Now maybe you'd like some music. Let me tell you about Zmax Radio. We play a wide variety of your kind of music 24/7. Music hits of the 80s, 90s, and today, plus a little of the 70s that are light and bright. And catch me, Jerry Norton, getting around. It's a great mix of music and you don't have to do the mixing. Zmax Radio. Music, travel tips and information, and it's free. Zmax Radio at zmaxradio.com.
Planning your vacation? Hi, I'm Zee Michaelson from the J&Z Show. I can help you plan your trip from start to finish. Call me today at 352-874-4724 or just check out my website, ZeeMichaelsonTravel.com. That's Z-E-E, Michaelson, M-I-C-H-A-E-L-S-O-N, travel.com.
Hi, I'm Mary Van Dyke, and I'm rediscovering America. I know big stories can happen in some of the smaller towns right here in the USA, and you can learn more about small towns in America at livability.com. If we missed your hometown and you want to share it with others, just send me a note at the bottom of our website, rediscoveringamerica.com. Until next time, I'm Mary Van Dyke, helping you rediscover America.
Okay, so we're back on Zee Michelson's Travel Podcast, and we're in the middle of the traveling trivia question.
Right, and the traveling trivia question was...
What was the question, Z?
Which state was originally a French territory? Was it Florida, Arkansas, or Louisiana?
Now, Florida had a lot of things going for it. I thought, well, let's see, was it Florida? I don't think it's... I bet it's Louisiana.
And you'd be absolutely correct. It is Louisiana. It was a French territory at one point. And, of course, everybody's always heard of the Louisiana Purchase. And I kind of threw Arkansas in because it was all kind of part of that whole Louisiana Purchase deal that we made with France way back when.
Thank you, Thomas Jefferson.
Yes. So, of course, have you visited Louisiana, Jay? Have you been there?
I drove through it once.
I've driven through it several times, yes.
And I went down to a what are they, parish?
Mm-hmm. They're called parishes, yes.
Flew into the airport and drove several hours south into a parish
Right.
to visit a hospital.
Right. And you know that it's broken into parts, Upper Louisiana and Lower Louisiana. And you also know one of the main places in Louisiana, there's two. New Orleans is Louisiana.
Yes.
And Baton Rouge,
Baton Rouge.
which is red bat or red stick or
Well, it's New Orleans, too.
New Orleans. New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are all part of Louisiana, which is now owned, of course, in one of our states. And we purchased it from France way back when.
So I hope you knew what the traveling trivia question was.
I did.
You gave it, silly.
Now, this is just an example of some of the things that we're doing. Not only are we going to rediscover America, we're going to kind of come up with some of these questions that are kind of a little bit historic of how America kind of came to be.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a lot of fun doing that on the podcasts as well as on Zmax Radio. Now, we had talked briefly about our YouTube enhancements, but what we did not talk about in our podcasts are going to be, we're going to have some interviews going on too. So we're going to bring in some travel experts, which, yes, I know I have Zee Michaelson Travel and I'm one of the experts, but it's always nice to hear from other people to see what their experiences are.
And vendors.
Right, we're going to bring in local establishments from the different cities, states, and towns. We're gonna have them talking with us. You know, maybe we can just find that right apple pie, or the best place to go get a cider donut.
Oh.
So we're going to be bringing that into the picture as well.
And if you have some place that you would like to know about, let us know.
Oh yeah, if they want to know about something, they should definitely contact me at ZeeMichaelsonTravel.com. They can take a peek at my website, and my emails are on there as well.
And you can plan all kinds of vacations for them.
Yes, vacation. Just type in what you're looking for, and it pops right up on the screen for you. So that's another one of the things that we're going to be doing in 2016. Now, something very exciting, and I know you're excited about it and I'm excited about it, is it's going to be a lot easier to find our podcast because we're increasing our podcast family by adding iTunes.
Good idea.
We'll be able to get people to pull it in by iTunes as well. Doesn't
As
that sound like fun?
Stitcher and Buzzsprout and all over.
Right, all over. And of course, I have my Facebook page, which is Zee Michaelson, and you have your Facebook page, Jay Lawrence.
Yes.
So we'll be posting a lot of that on our Facebook pages. And some other thing that will be very exciting this year, and we're hoping that you're excited about it, we would love to get you to subscribe to our podcast.
Good. That way, when a new podcast comes out, you'll
get it right away. You don't even have to hunt it down. You just get it. Ain't that nice?
Yes. Which the nun would just slap your hand there.
The nun would slap my hand?
Yeah.
Why?
You said, ain't that nice?
Ain't that nice? Well, we talk about the vernacular that we have.
Yeah.
Ain't is now in the dictionary. Also, worst is in the dictionary.
Well, yeah.
When I grew up in school, when I was in grade school, it was worse, worser, worser. There was no worst. And every time we would say worst, our teacher would go, liver.
Say what?
Our teacher would say liver.
Liver?
As in liverwurst.
Oh.
So, yes. And maybe that's something else that we should talk about. The vernaculars across the United States, the different slangs.
Y'all.
We're down here in Florida. Y'all. I know I come from the northern region of the United States, and my daughter says y'all now. So she puts that into her vernacular.
Are you from, let's see, Upper New York?
I'm from, it would be lower New York, I guess. I'm from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Great place to visit.
We'll probably be talking about Brooklyn, too.
Great.
Yeah, we'll be talking about Brooklyn. We'll be talking about New York, all the different cities, towns, some of the things that go on. Like here in Florida, they have battle reenactments that we might be talking about because that's a fun thing to do, educational for the kids. You can kind of see the history a little bit. So we're going to be talking about everything.
Good idea. And what else do we have on tap for 2016?
What else do we have on tap for 2016? Didn't I hit enough? I actually hit on quite a bit, but when we are looking at that, I would like everybody to realize that I do have a blog, and it's called Zee Michaelson Travel. It's zmichaelson.blogspot.com. And what they can do on my blog is they can actually blog me or email me on my blog and tell me of their adventures.
Good idea.
And when they tell me of their adventures, we can talk about it. If they don't want me to talk about it, they'll have to tell me, don't talk about that.
Maybe they don't want to talk about it.
Just like Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but we're going to let you know what happens in Vegas. It's going to be one of our featured podcasts.
I think we need to. They want us to know about it.
So we're going to have all of that. And I hear, Jay, that our music is going to be tweaked a little bit on Zmax Radio.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be all American.
All American. So we are rediscovering America in a big way.
For 2016.
So our podcasts are going to reflect it. Our radio is going to reflect it. Our tips are going to reflect it. Even our travel experts are going to be talking about it.
Well, great. Well, wait for next week because we've got another great podcast coming your way right here. Until then, I'm Jay Lawrence.
And this is Zee Michaelson helping you rediscover America.
Hi, this is Jerry Norton from Zmax Radio. You've listened to our podcasts. Now maybe you'd like some music. Let me tell you about Zmax Radio. We play a wide variety of your kind of music 24/7. Music hits of the 80s, 90s, and today, plus a little of the 70s that are light and bright. And catch me, Jerry Norton, getting around. It's a great mix of music and you don't have to do the mixing. Zmax Radio. Music, travel tips and information, and it's free. Zmax Radio at zmaxradio.com.
Planning your vacation? Hi, I'm Zee Michaelson from the J&Z Show. I can help you plan your trip from start to finish. Call me today at 352-874-4724 or just check out my website, ZeeMichaelsonTravel.com. That's Z-E-E, Michaelson, M-I-C-H-A-E-L-S-O-N, travel.com.
Hi, I'm Mary Van Dyke, and I'm rediscovering America. I know big stories can happen in some of the smaller towns right here in the USA, and you can learn more about small towns in America at livability.com. If we missed your hometown and you want to share it with others, just send me a note at the bottom of our website, rediscoveringamerica.com. Until next time, I'm Mary Van Dyke, helping you rediscover America.